Hello and welcome to Nikolay's genetics problems, and today's problem is: consider the following pedigree of recessive trait. What is the probability that a couple may have affected child? And the second question: what chances would be if we would know that a couple had affected child before? So let's answer the first question first. So in order for this couple to have affected child, once again, this is recessive genetic disorder, so the child have to have two recessive alleles, just like this person or this person. So we can put genotypes of these two people. We know that genotype have to be small a, small a. So these two people affected with this genetic disorder and homozygous recessive. So what we can say about their parents? We can say that one recessive allele this male got from his father, and another recessive allele this male got from his mother. So both father have this recessive allele and mother has recessive allele. But because phenotype of parents are normal, that means that the other allele is normal. So both parents are heterozygous. So what we can say about genotype of this male? So if we know that both parents are heterozygous, so heterozygous, if we build a Punnett square, we can predict probability for the progeny to be of certain genotype and phenotype. So capital A here, capital A and small a here, capital A and small a here, and small a here. So probability of this person to be heterozygous, we are looking for probability for him to be heterozygous because only heterozygous person can give recessive allele to the progeny. Of course, a person who is homozygous recessive also can give recessive allele, but we know that this person is not small a genotype, otherwise this person would be affected. So basically that means that we can exclude this genotype from our calculation. So we know that this person belongs to this phenotype, and his probability to be heterozygous would be 2 out of 3. So 2 out of 3 would be probability for this person to be heterozygous. And what is the probability for this female also to be heterozygous? As you see, her sister also affected with this genetic disorder. That means that her parents also have to be heterozygous, just like in the previous example, and her probability also to be heterozygous would be the same, 2 out of 3, so 2/3. So basically now we have to find out probability that if these two people are heterozygous, what is the probability that they would have affected child. And once again, the same pedigree would help us. If both parents are heterozygous, probability that they would have affected child would be 1 out of 4. So our calculations would be as follows. Probability for a mother to be heterozygous is 2/3. Probability for a father to be heterozygous also 2/3. And for heterozygous parents, probability to have affected child would be 1 out of 4. And because this is all independent probabilities, meaning that we can connect all these probabilities with the word and, for example, probability that male or father would be heterozygous and his wife, female, would be also heterozygous, and that the child would be affected. So when we can connect independent probabilities with the word and, we have to use a product rule. We have to multiply all these independent probabilities. So 2 multiplied by 2 and multiplied by 1 would be 4, and 3 multiplied by 3 would be 9, and multiplied by 4 would be 36, and we can divide this number, both top and bottom, by 4, and we are going to get 1/9. So this is going to be our answer to the first question. So this couple has a probability to have affected child, which would equal 1/9. And if you need an answer in percentage form, you have to divide 1 by 9 and then multiply by 100, and you would get an answer in percentage form. So this is an answer for the first question. And now let's move to the second question. What chances would be if we would know that a couple had affected child before? So if we would know that couple had affected child, for example, this could be a girl, and this would be conditional information, or we also can say additional information. So what is the probability that the next child also would be affected? And our calculations would be as follows. Now the probability for both parents to be heterozygous would be 100%. So if they have a child which is homozygous recessive, that gives us information that both parents are heterozygous. So instead of 2/3 and 2/3 here, we are 100% sure that both parents are heterozygous. So basically, if you wish, I can put 1 multiplied by 1. So 100% we know that parent 1 have to be heterozygous. 100% we know that second parent also have to be heterozygous. So in our calculations, 1 equal to 100%, and probability for 2 heterozygous parents to have affected child would be 1/4. So we have to multiply by 1/4. Anything multiplied by 1 would be the same number, so our answer would be 1/4. So as you see, this is how conditional information or additional information would affect our calculations. So we got 2 different answers. And this is all for today. Thank you for your attention. Please subscribe for my new videos that I post almost every day. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please write your comments, questions if you have any. And see you in the next video. Goodbye.